Welcome back to Heroically Inclined. Take again, number who knows how many times. Hopefully this works. We tried Discord. Um, Sorry for anyone who was watching, but the sound was awful, and hopefully this is better. I'm gonna make this big so I can actually see you guys. All right. Really quickly, because that was ridiculous. We're gonna start that from the beginning. Where were we? Oh, you guys are killing me. All right. So, Flit is off getting Serene. Sal and Parzival were at the main guild hall, the kind of like conference guild hall area, and they are now heading to Dr. M's with Tomasin, who is riding along with them. He's a little silent, still trying to process everything that's going on. We have Alcy. What are you doing? You went back to your kind of hotel area. What is it that you are up to?
Probably like eating and resting, waiting to see if they're gonna come back and get him, and if not, he's probably gonna leave that night.
Okay. Sounds good. Uh, was there anything in particular that you were looking to do? You were paid for your time, I believe. Oh, and I just accidentally switched the feed. There you go. You're paid for your time. And what is it you'd like? Is there anything you'd be doing? Would you be, just relaxing in the room? Are you ordering food, dinner?
Well, I mean, he was probably relaxing, but with him having money and everything, he might go to the shops and maybe like look at some equipment.
Okay. Was there anything in particular that you would be looking for?
Not sure. He's probably just trying to, like get out for a little while.
Okay. Yeah, you find like this fairly busy plaza area. There's a bunch of shops not too far from the hotel. Um, Kind of probably geared very much towards people visiting um, the guild hall, since your hotel's somewhere nearby there. Um, Kind of one of those tourist locations near this where dignitaries and stuff might come to stay. Um, you maybe weren't in that nice of a hotel, but you're in a nearby one, so it's not far off. Um, there are street vendors calling out. There's like carts that are parked in the street with like roasted nuts and fresh fruit and like little like food cart sort of things. And then there are restaurants set up, mainly like take the corner positions. There's blacksmith shops, but they're more like they call themselves blacksmith shops, but they're more like where they sell the blacksmith wares that were already produced and brought about. Um, yeah. So, what the heck? There we go. Need to learn how to hit buttons in this thing. All right. So, Zero, are you there?
Mr. Rosa would be on top of the Dr. M's residence on the roof,
All right.
disguised as an alabaster elegant with copper hair.
All right. So, is there anything in particular you would be looking for when you went to Dr. M's place?
I'm hoping that the order arrives, but I'm also overlooking some comings and goings of the residents.
All right. So it is like the penthouse of a large building. Like He's the top of probably like the 6-story building. Maybe takes up the top couple floors, but so he's up there. You can easily see like the landing area where your lifts would normally land and let you guys enter. There's like a light glow coming from the room, as is normal, but there doesn't seem to be excessive amount of action or movement coming or going from here. It's fairly quiet. The streets below, as normal, are pretty busy. It is in a busy part of town with many shops and other such things going on. You don't see Dr. M, and you don't seem to see what is it, Smithers or Smothers? What does Flit call? Smothers.
Mothers.
You don't see Smothers leaving the building at any rate from your vantage point. All right. So, Flit, you now have Serene. And what were you guys going to do?
Well, Flit is walking and talking and just on and on and on about different stuff, from the party to what's happening to just a variety of things, as she just continues just nonstop talking. Eventually, she comes to the conclusion, after one of the speeches. She's like, oh my god, like... I forgot everybody's name. So, first of all, the guy that saved you, you know? He has this fuzzy kitty that flies! Oh my god! So, I must have one. We have to do research and find one because he won't let me have his kitty. And I'm upset about that.
I mean, I can understand that. You know, it is his kitty. Don't think I'd want to give up my cat if I had one. Oh, I could possibly get a cat
True.
now.
You want a kitty? We can get you a kitty. Let's go get you a kitty real quick.
I don't know
And
what I
she
want.
just grabs Serene and just tugs her off into the shops and stuff like that.
Oh, it's okay.
And also, the whole time that Serene's, I don't know how much she's paying attention to Flit or not, but Flit is randomly picking up or pickpocketing and various things of that nature. But as she watches Flit, she notices that, like, when Flit hits like a businessman of high class whatnot, she actually grabs a small thing of gold from him. But then the next thing she pickpockets is like a lady that has like ribbons and stuff like that. But instead of just pickpocketing, she actually deposits the gold into the lady's pocket and takes the ribbon. And she does this weird counter transaction thing throughout. Eventually, she comes up with something. It's like a bow with dangly ribbons and streamers and things of that nature. And she looks at Serene. This would be perfect for your hair. And she proceeds to put it in her hair.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to be doing something? Going somewhere? What, You said something. You had a friend with like a Pegasus or something?
Oh yeah, Hippogriff. That's right.
Oh yeah.
So, you don't want a kitty?
You know, I've never really given a lot of thought as to what I want. I've never been able to have one.
There's lots of stuff that you can have.
Okay, well, how about I think about it before I, spend the time and everything on all that. So why don't we go find your friend and, I can figure it out and we can get to whatever we need to get to and I'll figure it all out.
Okay, we're going back to Dr. M's place.
Okay. Dr. Ames,
First, we have to go to this place, and she hands Serene the whatever Az. How do you say your name?
Alcy, right?
Alcy. Okay. Need to write that. Oh, that did. Okay, Alcy. She whatever Alcy wrote, hit the address and stuff like that on. She hands it to Serene. Okay, first mission, find the place.
Oh, yeah, I know this place. It's kind of over near the guild hall. We can make it there. People keep dropping. It's gonna drive me crazy. So she will start you guys off and headed off towards. It's kind of like a touristy location. Lots of hotels. It takes you maybe 10 minutes to walk there. But you do arrive. It's like you see multiple hotels, and she kind of looks around and she points to one that's like not run down. It's not like 5 stars. It's an okay hotel establishment. Not like oh my god, this is the place where everyone wants to go. But it fits the budget for Alcy, who was, traveling a lot and wasn't sure of his situation. So you're able to find it and make your way into the hotel.
So does each room have? Does it a door knocker? Is it a knock, or is it a fancy like magical doorbell thing or whatever?
So to start off with, it's like a lobby. Like there's a hotel lobby.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So she bounds up to the. Is there a concierge or whatever the world?
Yeah, there's an elderly woman standing behind like a desk, and she's got like a teal colored, like kind of almost like a suit coat on sort of thing, but it like buttons all the way up, high collar sort of thing with like a silver trim down the side. And
what is?
Sorry. Yeah, no, she's a human. And sorry, what was your question?
Is she paying attention to us when we walk in?
Yeah, she'll definitely. There's not like a lot of traffic that goes on in here, so she's definitely kind of like looking around, and she smiles as she sees you there, like kind of putting in her her best look, and she smiles as you walk up. Oh, welcome. Oh, bounce up. As you bounce up, and Serene walks up. Oh, hello. Welcome to the great...
Hi!
Oh, yes. Welcome to the Great Basilisk. Can I
Flit.
help you? Hi, Flit. Did you need a room today?
No. We're here to get the Dragon Man, which don't call him Dragon Man because he's not a Dragon Man. Instead, he's a Lizard Man, but he rides a Hippogriff.
Oh, okay. Listen, well, I am not allowed to dispense my patrons' identities or their locations. I cannot confirm.
His name is Elsie,
Okay.
and we are here to hire him.
All right. Well, give me a moment. I will just ring up. Hold on. And she grabs, like, she turns around and grabs this, like, kind of microphone-looking thing and an earphone-looking thing, like the old school, like, 1920s style, like, phones or whatever, like, early phones. And she, like, moves the switch around a little bit. She, can you see if there's an Elsie in his room? Yes, that room, yes. Can you see? He's got visitors, say they're here to hire him. One Miss Flit, and, there's a younger woman here with her, too. Yes. Elsie, a large like loud knock comes on your door.
Yeah, he would open the door, so who it is.
And you see like a 6.5 to 7 foot tall minotaur standing there in this like teal green like suit coat sort of looking thing that goes up to his neck that almost looks like it's about to burst, and goes, yeah, Elsie, there's some visitors say they want to hire you downstairs. Miss Flit and some other young woman is there. Would you like to have me send them away, or are you want them to come up, or are you gonna go down?
He would look out because this thing is huge, and then he would be like, "Yes, please bring them in."
Oh, yes. I will send them right up.
And he'll put like 5 gold in his pocket.
Oh, wow. Why, very generous, sir. I think you might be staying at the wrong hotel, but I'm glad you are here. And he turns and walks down the hall and goes to like his own little booth. And soon Flit, the old woman, turns around and says, "Oh yes, they will be seeing you. Mr. Alcee says he is ready for you. You may take that elevator there. Be careful. It sticks sometimes on the 3rd floor. You get to the 5th floor. If you get to the 3rd, there's a switch on the bottom. Pull that down and hit the 5th floor again, and hopefully it will work."
Flit looks at Serene. You got that?
Oh, yes, I got it.
Okay, let's go.
Turn, switch,
He
that's...
bounces off to the elevator.
Alright.
So, no elevator person? She hollers back at the old lady.
No, not at the Great Basilisk.
Got turned to stone, huh?
Yes, well, it is a...
As Flit goes.
Yes, along with some of our most favored guests. Alright, yes, have a good one. Yes, they're coming. Serene goes in, and it's like one of those, like, metal cage type things. With, like, the accordion opening door. And Serene walks in and pushes the button. And waits for you, and once the door shuts, you hear this like clink, 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 and you start to slowly like go up. And it kind of catches for a second on the 3rd floor, but then you hear like this, and you guys continue going up without her having to like play with the buttons or anything like that.
So, Sal's always grumpy. You just have to put up with that. And Zero, you don't know exactly who he is or what he is, or if he's he or she or it. It could be a kitty itself. So, we don't know. But I've drawn some of his images in my book, so, you know, just look in my book for references. It's the bright pink one with and she pulls it out and actually shows. And see, this is when he's in all sneaky mode. And then this is when he's all in happy mode, and this is when he's like eating stuff like that. Who knows? So just kind of, you know. And then Parzival, at first he was new, but you know it was just like kitty, awesome. Then he took it away, so he was bad. Ooh. But then he healed you, which he didn't have to do. He could have let you die, which would have been horrible, horrible, horrible because you wouldn't be here right now. So he is A-okay in my book. This new guy we're seeing, don't know yet. He does have a hippogriff, though, so which is awesome.
It takes probably the better part of, like, 2 minutes to get to the 5th floor. And all of a sudden, the whole thing kind of lurches and shudders a little bit and stops. Probably about 2 inches above the 5th floor when you open up the door. But when you reach there, you can see through the grate this large, like, minotaur with, like, kind of like a pale brown fur and these large ivory tusks that are like the tips of them have like a brass cap on them. The brass is a little tarnished, starting to show some wear, but he opens the door. Are you the ones for Mr. Alcee?
Hi, I'm Flit. You're cool.
Oh,
What's your name?
Thank you. My name is Jared.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, Mr. Alcee is this way. I'd be happy to show you to his abode. And he turns and starts walking. You can see that his horns are like just barely below the roof. And there's spots like you can see on the wall where there's just like scratch marks high up near the edges. And he walks over and knocks on Alcee's door. Mr. Alcee, your visitor, Miss Flit, is here for you. And he's definitely trying to put on a vibe of like he's an important doorman, sort of a thing.
So,
He
have you ever gone in flying?
would open the door like halfway.
I peek around. Hi!
Please come in, and like every time he's talking, you would see like his little snake tongue.
See? Told you. As she points it to Serene.
Alright. So, Jared turns and leaves, walking down the hall. Should probably take notes of what I name people.
Especially around Flit.
Yeah, right?
So, we're here to hire you on behalf of Sal. And we need your hippogriff.
Okay. And what's the job?
I don't know yet. You have to talk to Sal. That's why it's referred to Sal.
Well, you guys were offered the 5,000 to track down and bring proof of this dragon.
At this moment, Flint doesn't remember.
Yeah, no, I know. But Alcee might, because he was there. He got the first 1,000 of that gown, so... But I get Flit would not remember things.
He would look at Flint, and then he would look at the lady, and he would give her like a little bow.
Oh,
And
this
then,
is Serene. I just bought her.
So she's your slave.
Oh no. Well, she was a slave before I bought her,
Well,
but now she is free. But she's going to be my airship pirate captain. So, which is totally awesome.
the Serene's in the background going like,
You're a very strange creature.
She is, yes. I wasn't really a slave, I just had a contract, and the way those work is if you want out early, you have to pay your contract out, so...
He was so boring. He just went blah, blah, blah. He kind of reminded you a lot like Sal. But not clever like Sal. Really, really boring Sal.
Oh. Sal's the one with the metal thing that follows him around? Yep. Oh, okay, yes. I'm still getting it down. He seemed nice enough.
You'll get the hang of it. Huh?
He seemed nice enough.
He is. Just don't get on his grumpy side. If you do, just walk over to him, and I put my finger right close to her, but not touching her, and go, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. And eventually he'll cheer up.
I could totally see how that would work.
How tall is Flint?
What?
How tall is Flint?
Oh, she is.
Like 5 foot nothing? 4'8", I
Nope.
think? 4'8".
Yeah, 4'8",
Elsie
4'9".
is gonna like
4'8". Huh?
yeah, Elsie's gonna like kind of like get down so where he's like meeting your gaze right by you, and then he's gonna look at you. And he's gonna go like I have a suggestion, and he's gonna suggest that you take him to Sal and be quiet.
Are you casting the spell?
Yes.
Okay. Flit. I think, was that a charisma saving throw?
Yeah,
It's
but
wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
is it charm, whatever the
One
hell?
second,
Because
let
I am an elf.
me make sure.
It is a charm spell. It's a.
So am I immune to charms and stuff like that? I forgot how that. I mean, it
Well-
used to be like.
I don't know how it
Oh, yeah,
works
I
with the
think it is
Simic
a
off the
charisma,
top of
my
my.
bad.
I don't remember the Simic off the top of my head.
Are you a Simic or an elf mechanically?
Mechanically, it's
Uh,
Simic.
Mechanically, I'm a Simic, but it said that it took it from elves and various, so I was an elf Simic.
Right.
So I don't know.
Let
You
me
have
look.
advantage on saving throws to
Okay,
be charmed.
wisdom saving throw 14.
Okay.
So advantage. Yeah, you
Advantage.
can't be put to sleep.
Racist. There we go.
Just tell me when to roll.
Yeah, go ahead and make your roll. It's a charisma saving throw, with advantage.
Okay, I rolled a 13 and a 15.
Okay, so you would pass because his was a 13.
Yeah, you passed by one.
She looks at you and go, "What? Let's go. Chop chop. You're on the ground."
He's probably just gonna hiss and he's like, fine, come. And he's gonna open his balcony door and he's gonna tell you to get on the hippogriff on both of you. Get on.
See, I told you had one. So let's go. And she runs and jumps on
And
you.
he'll pretty much get on top of the head and have him get on, and then he'll take off through the balcony.
It can carry all of us? Serene kind of asks, somewhat trepidatiously.
I'll be gentle.
Okay. She'll climb up and grab hold of, I guess, Flit.
Yeah. I can like have one hand on her. She ain't moving.
Yeah, that is true.
And now I'll stick myself to Elsie. And then stick my legs to the hippogriff. So
I'll have to double check the Simic's save thing because
Yeah.
I didn't see anything on my app that was saying it, but I have
well,
to.
it was like it's like real vague as far as those races in there. So I didn't
Yeah,
know.
well, I think because you get cool things, you lose things that you may have had it as an elf.
Oh,
know,
do you?
like-
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think you're not really mechanically an elf. You are a Simic.
yeah.
Okay.
Either
Yeah.
way, the 13 would have passed because his DC is 13. So even if you didn't have advantage, one of
Okay.
those would pass.
Okay.
So,
Nope, he went by.
oh man,
He fell off the hippogriff. It's mine.
easy problem. All right, well, we'll give it a second because that's gonna solve if he ever comes back. All right, so as we move on, you guys climb aboard. Oh, you're in a different spot now for some lovely reason. You guys move aboard the hippogriff and take off. Let me find where I had Chad's old one. What's Chad there? This one is there. And move you there. See, we're gonna play the video screen shuffle now. Well, maybe I just go back to not worrying about how it looks. All right, so you guys get on the hippogriff and you head over towards Dr. M's. Meanwhile, Sal, Parzival, you guys arrive. The lift pulls up to the normal kind of like green marble landing pad of Dr. M's location. Lets you out. Tomasin pays the lift driver and kind of climbs out as well.
Actually, I'll pay before he does. How much is it?
That's 1 gold.
I will drop. I'll drop 5 and say, "You didn't see us."
See who? I hate when I have these empty rides, but sometimes you just gotta reposition.
And I'll keep moving on, not saying another word.
Okay. I'm assuming Zero is pretty well hidden right now. So you let us know when or if you say anything as these guys are walking in towards the entryway of Dr. M's location.
I'd wait until they got close and then I would drop down. Using my grappling bracers. Slowly descending. And then plopping down right in front of them.
Oh, good lord, Tomasin says as he sees him kind of like out of almost nowhere. You see this, was Eladrin?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this Eladrin kind of like lower themselves down out of nowhere.
The Carbone is immediately in front, and I point, and I swing my gun around to point at you. Have we seen this Eladrin form before? Or is this a new one?
But you would definitely have seen his cloak and bow.
Yeah, once I
quiver.
Once I realize that, I put the gun away and say, "You're gonna give someone a heart attack one day," and I just keep going in.
He's just smirks. He would try to wait and kind of tug on Parzival to pull him back out of the crowd so that they could maybe have a discussion out of earshot a little bit. And he would whisper to you that I feel that our host here at the residence may not be trustworthy.
Is there a way we can know for certain?
We will have to together use our eyes and our ears.
Is there anything specific I should be looking for?
I guess just something he might be hiding.
Very well. I still remember the scent of the dragon. Do you think he might be aligned with the dragon?
I think anything is possible on these islands. Perhaps we should not delay any further, but be wary.
Very well.
All right. So you guys follow in. There is the typical fire set in this fireplace. The room dim. There is no hookah burning right now. There does not seem to be anyone in this room. However, there are some simple refreshments laid out upon the table. Some water, a like crystal decanter full of wine, and more like a charcuterie sort of a thing. So like cheeses and some fruit, some crackers, some like olives, all laid out.
Is there a servant there?
No one directly, although that isn't uncommon because Smothers, as Flick calls him, is quite often not immediately there. He's often elsewhere. Then there is like a bell, like a pull bell thing, like those rope chimes that you can yank on and will summon the servants from other areas. That is in the room. You guys are kind of coming through the proverbial back door of this place because you're coming in from a rooftop. So there's a main entrance, and he has other duties elsewhere.
Is anyone going for the food? Oh, nobody.
I'm gonna ask Alani to walk along the food and just smell to make sure nothing's poison.
Okay. Do you have stats for your pet?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then that would be a. Gosh. I guess it's a
She has,
perception.
poison.
What does she have?
She has poison sense. Chesterman can detect whether a substance is poisonous by taste, touch, or smell.
Cool. Yeah, so definitely. She walks along, kind of sniffing a few things. So one or two things, she'll stops and like gives a quick lick. And then she looks over at you and kind of prances around, like not upset, and meows at you gently. Does not seem that she has indicated any poison.
When she does that, I pick her up and I start to give her belly rubs.
She kind of like flaps her wings and kicks her feet around as you rub her belly in a happy, sort of a playful manner.
Oh, that's a good girl.
You've noticed that Sal is back to his little corner that he never leaves, except when he's leaving. And yeah, so if anyone approaches the table, you guys will actually see Carbona's there holding a plate, but it's not like he can pick up any of the food. He's just holding a plate in his mouth.
All right. Shortly after you guys arrive, Flit, Alcy, and Serene set down upon this balcony area, upon their hippogriff. You're muted.
Just land right there. No, over there. Right there.
As soon as we get close to the ground, I'm gonna push him off.
That's probably easier said than done.
Yeah.
He's pretty sticky.
Yeah. Yes, she
She's
is.
pretty sticky.
Do I take them with us?
I mean, it's all up to you how you would like to react to that, Flit. I mean, you're able to fall from a decent distance without any issues, so whether you may just let it happen anyways, or whether you want to fight back on that.
How far are you pushing her off? From what distance, basically?
Like a few feet, like I said, like 3 or 4 feet.
Oh yeah. I just actually do an acrobatic whatever after he just didn't do the whole weird cat tumble thing. So.
Takes
Yeah,
Serene
he
a
was just
moment.
trying to annoy her back.
Yeah. It takes Serene a moment. She has to, like, because she was holding on to Flit, and all of a sudden Flit's falling, and then she, like, reaches over and, like, grabs onto, like, I assume he has some sort of saddle or something, if not, like, a tuft of hair, and kind of grips.
Yeah, there's a saddle.
Yeah, so she grabs onto the saddle and, like, holds on and steadies herself as you finish landing. And then she slips down and, like, looks in awe at this very lavish penthouse entryway. Like, just alone, the stone work around there, and she's kind of like glancing. I mean, she was there to pick you guys up in the evenings and such, but she was there in business, and now she's like,
Oh,
wow, like this is.
I can share it. Okay, hold on.
No, don't share.
Not here, but on our chat, because I resized it where I think it fits.
Oh, okay. If you put like in your, you can let them see. But either way,
in Facebook, not here.
Yeah,
Facebook chat.
It's like, don't screw it up. So yeah, you get settled down. You go. She's kind of lagging behind, at least Flit, anyways, and just taking it in.
Because I'm running down the path to the two double doors, and I look at both of them. Come on! You can look at all this pretty stuff later.
And Serene is following along.
As she flings open the doors and yells out, "I'm home! And I brought guests! Or not guests, more like one permanent and one we don't know yet. But he has a hippogriff. I brought the hippogriff guy."
I put Alani up on my shoulders behind my head. I grab a small plate, fill it with a couple small things, and I grab a cup of coffee and I walk off the corner.
Before you walk away, as you're filling up your plate, Carbone starts tapping you with the plate in his mouth. It's an empty plate.
I start putting little stuff on his plate as well.
And then he walks over. You hear like a grinding sound from him, and he walks away to where Sal is working and puts the plate in front, within easy reach of Sal.
I'm gonna go sit near Sal. I'm like, I'm not here.
Oh, nice.
He doesn't acknowledge you.
Nice.
Oh dear. All right. So now you guys are all in this room together. What would you like to do?
I immediately start talking to Serene again, telling her, just make yourself comfortable. There's food over there, through these other double doors, and you go out and there's a walkway balcony thing above us and stuff like that. And you go in the main doors, and that's where everybody sleeps, and that's where my room's at, which I'll let you see later. And then I've got to go run up to the library and do some research and all this other stuff. You want to come with us? Or me, I guess. Or you can sit around with all these people.
I'll go see a library. I can't say I'm much of a reader, but, I'd love to see. Do you mind if I grab one of these little sandwiches things?
Oh, just grab whatever. Smothers will bring out more food if we need to. And plus there's a dining hall that we can actually officially go eat at, but I never do. It's always stuffy and boring and blah blah blah. So
Oh, okay.
with official tables and all that other stuff. So
And she grabs a plate and starts filling it up with a couple like little finger sandwiches and some fruit. And then she follows you along, heads off with you, Flit, towards the library. What is it Flit's looking for?
Go ahead.
I was like, go ahead, but also, what is Flit going to be looking for in the library?
Okay. Well, as the next set of double doors swing open, the last thing the party hears is, yes, and we're gonna go find me my own flying kitty, and then we're gonna do dragons, and that's pretty much about all they hear as she walks out with Serene. Pretty much, I am going to be researching a certain spell. Yeah. There's by the way in chat. There's the first ground floor of the place that looks horrible in Facebook, but the circular part in the front is where everybody hangs out at, and the brightly colored room is mine.
Besides,
I
was saying, besides the spell, which is something we're kind of stumbling upon, what is there something that Flit was specifically looking for?
Green dragons.
Green dragons.
Everything you could ever know about green dragons.
Okay.
If we do, I would also like to remind everybody, I can also, with the long rest, I can change up my spells and take a locate creature.
A long rest is something nice.
And that is up to you guys. If you guys, I know you guys got beat up and used lots of spells. If you wanted to use this location to take a long rest, that is on the table. Flit, do you have any like knowledge-based skills that you think a green dragon might be located in?
I have history.
Okay.
I have investigation too. So I was just thinking about just investigate. I mean, just
Okay.
like a little kid looking at dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He has to look at every single book.
That works.
So-
We can do an investigation roll.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. So give me an investigation roll, and we will see what she can turn up about green dragons.
I rolled a 14.
14. Okay. So amongst that, I mean, you come across, for sure, a couple of like low-level spell books out there that are definitely interesting and catch your eye, and probably delay your research a little bit. It does take you quite a while looking through those spells and seeing some things that you find rather interesting and probably take to heart. You will eventually come across some information about dragons, dragons in general. A lot of the dragon information is from pre-shattering. It used to be that there was a group of dragon riders. You find out information about that. They tended to take chromatic dragons rather than the base, like, they tend to take the metallic dragons, like the copper and silver, the ones that tended towards a little less evil tendencies. Green dragons, from what you found in there, tend to be a little bit more manipulative, a little bit more green, a little bit more evil. They tended to favor swamps, favor forest, favor kind of like natural surroundings as their hunting grounds, as their lairs. And a lot has not been written. You don't really find a lot of modern books about dragons, and you don't remember a lot of stories about dragons for the current era, the current times. I think that's probably with a 14. There's not a lot you're going to gather based in here on it, but you do find something rather interesting in the spell books.
Yeah, I immediately forgot if this area had a thing or not. Oh no, I just plop right down and start casting it.
Okay.
From the spell book.
And Serene, kind of like, she's been looking around at various books, and she finds some sort of like, probably almost like an encyclopedia, but there's like a lot of pictures in there, drawings in there that she has been flipping through. But she kind of stops and watches as you go into this like kind of drawn out process to cast, to work on casting this spell for the first time. Meanwhile, what's everyone else doing?
I'm going to be I'm gonna be looking for a tuft of fur from a bloodhound.
Tuft of fur from a bloodhound. Okay. Is it something you think he has on him? Like, is it in your already spell components something you would have put together, or is it something new that you're hoping to find within this house?
Oh yeah, I did ask to look for a component pouch. So I would have hopefully grabbed everything I'd need for all my spells. For all,
Cool. Yeah, so, I
so
mean, it may have been one of those, like, generic things, like you just grabbed a bunch of stuff and you're rummaging through your pack. But yeah, if you picked up a component pouch, that 100% will work for any of your non material stuff. And I did it again.
okay.
So you are able to find that tuft of fur. Sal, is there anything in particular that you're working on over there?
Not at this time, unless we're doing a long rest. There's not much you can do.
So that's the next question. Are you guys aiming for long rests? How quickly? Like, I know Zero had mentioned that that sounded good. Are you guys heading straight off for that to the various rooms that you have claimed as your own? And if you need to, Jesus, you can turn off the cam. Shouldn't screw up anything as long as you're not leaving entirely. If you needed to. I don't mind either way. My wife does not want my son on any of the streams or anything like that, so I get it. If you needed
No.
to.
I understand.
So Chad, where was Zero going like straight off for a long rest? Is he hanging out a little bit? Is he filling people in with anything?
He would try to leave a note for Sal about them needing to talk.
You notice, since you've been around for a while, you know that even though Carbone it doesn't really talk, there's some level of intelligence. So usually, and you see Carbone holding out the tray of food, which he keeps tapping Sal every once in a while, so Sal will pick something out of it. So you think maybe that's a good location for the note, and with the food dish.
Yeah, I could either slip him there or in his workshop, but then I would appear to go to my room.
All right. Alcy, you walk into this like it's an office area, air quotes office, lounge area. There is a large table, like large desk that's set up somewhere kind of near a fireplace. There's like this depressed kind of like walkway where like you walk in and it's almost like a circular office area. A few bookshelves there, but nothing crazy. Mainly are stuff full of like notes and different things that the doctor here would have been working on. There is like a bunch of pillows that are like scattered around in this like kind of lowered circular area somewhere near the fireplace. There's like a large table that's set off to one side, full of food, decanter of wine, some water, things like that, coffee set up on there. What's Alcy's thought as you walk into this kind of lavish locations?
He's probably thinking that he definitely met the right people, because if they got a place like this, there's definitely money. But what he would do is he would probably slowly start walking where the food is, and he'll look around the room, see where he sees everybody at, and grab a plate and just start filling it with all kinds of meat. And as soon as he sees Sal, he will sit by a chair near him that is close to a window, and he'll be chewing on like a piece of meat. And as he says that, he looks at Sal and he goes about this job, and you will see that with the other hand he would open the window and stick his hand out with the plate, and he would pretty much tell the hippogriff to come around the window and feed it.
All right. Cool. So Sal, Alcy is asking about the job. There's also seems to be a piece of paper that's been like probably haphazardly folded, sitting on the tray with your food.
He reaches for some food and realizes it's not edible, and he looks it over. What does it say?
Check.
It would just say that we needed to talk.
Cool.
He sighs and he turns around to get up, and he notices that Elsie's there, and it's like, oh, can I do something for you?
Well, you hired me, so I figured you would inform me about the job.
I did.
That's what the little one said.
I wouldn't listen to her. But yeah, I guess we could use your help. I don't. It's exactly. They already hired you. The guilds, the council of guilds. They hired you already. So I guess we're stuck with you, and you're stuck with us. I don't know. Maybe get some rest. I just know it's something about a green dragon, or we'll discuss it after a rest. I got help yourself to the food or something. I don't know. I'll be right back. And yeah, I look at Carbona and I'll say, stay here, and I'll head over to Zero's room.
It's just before bed, right?
Yeah, it seems that Zero and Sal have kind of wandered off and gone off. Flit went off to study with Serene, so it seems like everyone's kind of winding down and getting ready to take a rest after the extreme amount of excitement that is befallen your group this day.
Okay, then I'm gonna just turn into a panther, curl up on the ground next to Alani, and go to bed.
Okay. I'll see how does he take to seeing like this humanoid who decides to turn into a cat in front of him and just like curl up and go to sleep.
He would probably think it's bizarre, but after seeing Flint, nothing is weird to him. So he would probably, like, since everybody's out and they're all sleeping, he would open one of the big doors to have the hippogriff come in, and he'll point at the fireplace, so he'll sleep at the fireplace. And he's just gonna like lean back on the one of the chairs on the table, put his dirty boots on it, and just like fall asleep there.
Cool. All right, so we go to a room where Zero and Sal. Sal, you're arriving to the room that Zero had staked out as his own for your stay here. One of the many guest rooms.
You find him without a disguise, just as himself. His ashen, half dwarven self.
Oh, sorry, I think I'm in the wrong room.
and have a matter to discuss with you. If you could please come in and close the door behind you.
You're lucky I wasn't working on anything important.
Well, there's something very important, potentially, for you to work on soon. I don't know if we can trust our host here. I'm trusting you and Percival with this information, but I don't think I want to disclose it to Flint just yet.
So what's the problem? Why don't you trust Doctor?
Well, you know, I went to go ascertain some information pertaining to dragons. And the finger seems to point back to our dear doctor here.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Flit always does associate with questionable individuals. But yeah, it's best not to tell her just yet.
I am in agreement with you. But I'm not going to be able to discover this on my own, so I'm trusting you.
What can I figure out that you can't?
I don't know, use that brain of yours for once, maybe?
Uh-huh. So you admit that I'm the smarter one. Okay. Like, we can work with that.
Definitely on these islands, they're definitely, this one in particular, is definitely your domain.
So what connection did you find between him and the dragon?
The crystals.
Oh, yes. So the dragon wants crystals. I have an idea. I think Tommaso might be better suited for this. He knows. I think he might know who to contact. Who might know more about crystals. Bill, I can't remember if we discussed it last session with Tommaso.
No, I don't think he had. He had mentioned something about the connection between Segreta and the barony, because one of her aides there had the Crimson Blade along with the presence of Shadrach. Made that a link that you kind of picked up on once he had mentioned more about it. But I don't think you guys went into the crystals or anything you discovered back with the dragon. I think currently he probably would have headed to the room that Sal had kind of staked out as his own, to kind of rest and wind down.
Sal doesn't. Usually he's up all night tinkering on something, so he's never actually used the actual room.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Follow me in your own way, and I'll leave to go to Tommaso's room.
I think in the last one, now that I'm thinking about it more, you had asked him if Segreta had interest in crystals. And he said he wasn't really sure of her work. But I don't think we expanded much beyond that. So if you guys are gonna go check in with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to his room.
Zero, are you going along?
Yeah, I'll go.
So you go over to the room. The door, of course, is unlocked. Tommaso is sitting there in his long kind of like robes. He's taken off like the various like work kind of instruments that he tends to carry around with him, and he's like sitting there reading one of the books that he'd taken with him when you guys fled the Artificer Guild. He looks up. Oh, Sal, what's going on?
I hold up my hand, like to shush him for a moment, and I wait until Zero comes in.
He closes the door behind him quietly.
And he like folds his book shut and sets it off on like a nearby like nightstand sort of thing.
I think we spoke briefly, but do you know have any contacts or know someone who might have some information on crystals, like, obviously magical in nature, like the ones that were taken?
Oh. Yeah, I don't off the top of my head, but I could probably check in. I'm sure there's someone in our guild that has some interest in the crystals and may have some idea of people who are looking for that. Why?
Well, there's a possible connection with Dr. M and those crystals, which is a little suspicious. Actually, at this point, I'm going to roll either, if it's okay, investigation or history to see if I remember anyone in the guild. And is it possible to get advantage with
Sure.
Tommaso here?
Yeah, I mean you've kind of said something, so I'm sure he's kind of thinking it over, mulling it over.
So I said, how about this person? And we just start talking and about certain people and what they're up to, and if they're still studying this, things like that. Would you say history or investigation or?
I probably doesn't matter for Sal.
Actually, yeah, that's true. I could do Arcana as well.
Whichever. Yeah, not Arcana, but yeah, I'm sure it's the same roll.
Number.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I rolled low. 19.
Nice low roll.
No, it's actually a decent roll. It's over 50%. So
yeah.
All right, so 19.
All right. Yeah, you would come up with someone. Let me see. I'm trying to think.
Could pull up a name right now if you want.
You and Tommaso come up with Ongrast was someone who studied various like crystal technology. He does a lot of work with the I forget the name of it now off the top of my head. The Air Guild, the guild that deals with the airships and everything, which is the.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah.
Let's see. I had it right here. Oh, Skywrite Guild. I made it easy on me for that one. So he's done a lot of work with the Skywrite Guild, and he would probably be the one to go talk to get more information as far as that goes.
Yes. Okay. Maybe perhaps we'll go in the morning. Zero, what do you think? That's probably a good, proper. Could be a good person to check with. It's too bad we can't tell Flit. Flit would probably be able to help us a lot more.
What if we came up with another reason for her to come along with us?
Oh, that's entirely possible. It's just telling her giving her more information would be better, because she has resources that I don't, and I honestly don't know if I rank higher than Dr. M.
I think we can still investigate what we're trying to find without telling her what we are suspect to.
Oh, yeah, I think that might be possible. Yeah, I guess we have to do it. All right.
So, actually,
Yes.
you and Zero, why don't you give me like just a straight intelligence check? D20 plus whatever your intelligence modifier is. Which I know for Sal is really good, but
On the dice was a 6, so I got a 10.
okay.
Here's Zero's chance to use his brain and beat Sal.
It's not that hard.
Not in this case. Yeah, my dice already. Well, I already beat you on the dice. 12 total.
All right. Zero, you recall, though it kind of comes to you as you guys are about ready to be like, okay, tomorrow. You remember that one of the items that you guys gathered for Dr. M had to do with some sort of soul transfer sort of technology, that soul orb that you guys gathered for him earlier on. And that definitely clicks in what your contact had said about him being interested in crystal and soul sort of technology or artifacts.
I would remind Sal of that. And I would do it with a wink. I told him that I thought of it, but not him.
Well, I was wondering. I was giving you a chance to shine for once. So,
Your mind is preoccupied. I understand.
oh no, I was giving you a chance to shine. It's good that I didn't misplace my faith in you. You don't believe him for one moment. He's never a good liar.
All right. And with that, are you guys retiring?
Yeah. So Sal says goodnight to Tommaso, and he heads back into the main room and goes back to work.
All right. Flit, what are you up to?
Dinner finish.
Yeah, I mean, I actually don't think if you're casting it as a straight spell, it doesn't take all that long, if I remember correctly. But by this point, yeah, it may have taken you a while to set things up and kind of get things in order, but yeah.
So, does it appear?
Yeah, you finish your incantations and you see this kind of like small furry ball laying on the ground where you had indicated, and then it starts to like unwrap itself amongst it and like looks up with this cute little like furry, somewhat rodent-y face, but furry face looking up at you and tail kind of waggling.
Will let out the loudest,
God.
biggest, echoiest squeal ever known to man. And anything else.
Oh, I guess it took you an hour to cast it, so yeah.
Yeah.
It took you a little bit.
So that rings out throughout the concrete and stone house.
Other people find you hear this squeal, but it's the typical Flit like excitement squeal, not like scared or anything like that. And Serene's like staring in awe as she sees this little like fluffy big-tailed creature start like running up and crawling all over Flit and then like up to her shoulder and like snuggling up against Flit.
I will call it Chihi.
God.
And I reach in one of my pouches and pull out like a bowl full of sugar cubes, and immediately start feeding or let it start eating sugar cubes. We gotta go tell Sal. We gotta go tell Sal. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And she grabs Serene's hand, runs out the the library, down the hall, different from where she came from. Runs past various doors and out to other doors and into a large roof balcony with plants and finer food and nicer area and stuff like that. And as she continues going, she literally goes off the balcony, forgetting that Serene isn't able to do what Flit does.
Yeah, so Serene will reach out and grab onto the railing, like as you're like pulling her down, and it's like, wait, I can't do that. I can't go down like that.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
It's okay. You go.
No. See, look below. There's plants. Lots and lots of plants you can jump into.
I'll go around. It's okay. I don't want to ruin the nice plants.
But they're right below us.
It's fine. I'll be right there. Okay. I'll even jog. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. You go.
Quickly.
Okay.
And Flit just continues going down. And for anybody in the main room, you see Flit come through the main door. All excited.
So you can see a panther curled up with the little feathered, winged cat, and then you see Elsie with his feet back, the chair like tipped back a little bit, and he's just passed out. And that's it for the main room.
I let out a loud scream.
Would that awaken either of you? Elsie, how deep of a sleeper are you?
I'm up. What was that? Oh goodness.
He will wake up and look.
What's happening?
Someone put an alarm spell on?
Parzival, would you come out of panther form?
Yes, that would knock me out completely.
Okay.
Out of panther.
As first of all, oh my god!
Good lord.
Oh.
And
At this point, you see Sal put some plugs into his ears and go back to work.
I don't need your kitty anymore. And she literally shows, first of all, what she's holding. As I pull up the image. Unfortunately, I cannot show it here, but I can show it in our chat.
Yep. I'll add that to the stream stuff when I stop screwing up the stream stuff. Although you could probably do it with your cool little OBS overlay thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now if stupid Facebook would load it up.
Anyways,
really
just describe.
Anyway, there it is.
That's right. Just describe for anyone who isn't able to watch our Facebook.
So, what Percival sees is basically a sugar glider, but it's gray and it's got the little pink ears and the little pink hands, and it's already holding a bunch of sugar cubes in his hand, ready to devour it. And pretty much on top of that, you notice a little vest of sorts that Flit has put on in the process of doing all that she does. His name is Chi.
It kind of squeaks out a little bit as it then like takes a big bite out of sugar. A sugar cube.
It's a sweet eater just like you.
Yes, awesome. And I take it and run over to Sal. Look, Sal! Look, Sal!
Sal has the earplugs in. He's not looking up from his work.
I go over. If I have to go upside down, I go upside down.
You hear a sigh. He pulls out one of the earplugs. What can I do for you, Flit?
Look what I created! And she shoves Chi in his face.
Why?
Because I wanted what? I wanted one. Because Percival had a kitty, and then Elsie has Hippogriff, and you've got Carboni, so I needed one too.
And what about Zero? Did you get one for Zero too?
Oh, no. Well, me and Serene's supposed to go kitty shopping later, so we can pick up something for Zero too. I don't know what Zero wants, because Zero is many people.
Actually,
It is. Oh, hey, is Zero actually a person?
No, not at all. Maybe Zero's one of those changelings.
Changelings. I've never heard of change.
Well, they are humanoids who can change into other people.
But can he turn into an animal, like Percival?
No, I don't think
Boring. That'd be cool. Oh, I wonder if I could do that.
Okay, I have a very sensitive project here. Get some rest, and in the morning we have a mission for you.
Oh, okay. I gotta go get Serene anyway. She's probably lost. Because I forgot that she couldn't climb down like I do, so I almost dragged her off the balcony upstairs.
He has the earplug back in.
All right. With that, I think Flit, you're able to find Serene and kind of guide her to your room.
And I show her, and I'm let her meet. Dun dun dun! Skippy, the halfling.
Yeah, you as you walk in the room, there's Skippy is passed out asleep with an empty bottle of wine like tipped over next to him. He's laying on like the tiger rug in the middle of the room, just kind of like sprawled out, just like with this like light snore sound coming from him.
So that's Skippy. That's the guy I told you about that I got from jail.
Oh, is it safe? Is he? I mean,
Oh yeah, he's
worry?
fine. He does really good work though with daggers. So.
Oh, okay. Just out of curiosity, what am I supposed to like? What am I doing for you or here with you? I mean, you said you don't have a ship yet, so
I don't officially have a ship, but Dr. M's got a private carriage thingy, like you used to drive, but better, because it's much, much nicer. But he won't let me drive it for some reason. I don't know why.
Couldn't imagine. Yeah, so, I mean...
I could talk to him about it
Okay.
for in the meantime, because that way you can get more practice driving stuff around. And when I get the airship, then you can be the pilot.
All right. So until...
Do you want to learn thief stabby stuff and steely stuff and getting into stuff and all kinds of stuff like that?
I never thought of it. I mean, I've never really been much of a thief, but I mean, I wouldn't mind learning how to like protect myself, I guess.
I can do that. That's what I'm teaching Skippy to do, because he's going to be head of my thieves guild.
Oh, okay. Well, I could, yeah, I'd love to learn
And see,
something.
the room is already set up for acrobatics and all kinds of stuff. As she looks at the room, and there's like multiple platforms that go up higher and around and things. I mean, you literally have to jump up to the hammock that like she lives in. So that's why Skippy is probably sleeping on the rug on the floor. But there's broken, all kinds of stuff in this room.
All right. So Serene will kind of glance around and find maybe like a couple pillows that have been tossed off to the side or something, and kind of set it up. She puts her stuff down, like tucks her bag of coins underneath.
Do you want something to eat?
Oh, I grabbed some out from the other room. I think it's been a long day. Almost dying and all.
Flit reaches into one of her pouches and pulls out an entire pie. And it's one of the like super fancy ones. I got this from the party.
Wow.
Already ate two. I'm done.
How do you even fit that all in there?
It's easy.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna get some rest. It's been a long day. I almost died a couple times.
Yeah, don't do that again.
I will try not. Maybe try not to put me in a position where I might die. But,
That's why we're gonna train you, so you won't.
Sounds good. In that case, good night. And thank you. I'm kind of excited. A little scared. But excited.
That's what counts. And
right.
Flit runs up her various things and crawls in her hammock and reaches out and goes, and all the lights dim.
All right. I think with that, let's go on a short break. What do we need? 5 or 10 minutes? What are we thinking, guys?
To recover from Flit, I don't know, a couple hours?
All right.
I'm gonna go make a shake.
Dave's
Maybe,
looking.
10.
Dave's
Or-
looking for 10. So we'll aim for 10 minutes from now. So we are back at the 20 of this hour. So let's get that going, and we'll be back shortly, guys. Thank you very much.
Phil, I can hear you.
Da da da. We lost. Yeah, we lost Jose
Yeah.
again.
I was trying to tell you that I could hear you in the background, and then when I went to hit the mic thing, I accidentally hit the back button. Yeah.
Yeah, you always forget to mute your shit, dude. Yeah, yeah. You always do that.
Hey, you're not recording it, right? That's all that matters. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Long as the YouTube Russian bots don't listen in, so.
What about the
Oh,
I
awesome.
did hear the stats for the next boss though, so we're good.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Parzival would have woke up early and just sat around and meditated for a while, just changing up his spells.
Flit eventually wakes up, looks down, sees the other two. What are they doing? Good morning. You need a chest. Oh no, not that kind of chest. Something for all your stuff. You need a big chest then. Because we're going to get you lots of stuff. It can go over there. I'll just have to move the statue out of the way. Yep. And she Don't worry about payment. Don't worry about that either. She, as Flit reaches down for an apple or something like that, and throws it at. Wake up! It's morning time. I brought a new person in. Nope. Remember, it's training day. Other people that want to kill you don't. Like yesterday, we fought a dragon. All of a sudden, it happened. Yep. Green, specifically. Nope. Big full-blown dragon blew something nasty out of his mouth. Did it blow something? Did it use breath weapon last time? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Almost killed 2 of my friends immediately. So you got to be prepared for anything to happen. Serene died twice.
Well, I didn't quite die, but almost, yes. Luckily, that nice fellow with the flying kitty helped me.
First of all,
Oh, yes.
look! And I show Skippy Cheehee.
Oh, that's a cool little thing. Does it do tricks?
Not yet. It
Okay.
will. Just like all of us will.
All right.
Remember, you're going to be head of my Thieves Guild. So you got to be prepared for everything. And Serene is going to be my pilot for my airship.
All right. Well, I was preparing to finish another bottle or two, but I guess I'm training.
Yes, you are.
You know, they
First-
have a great cellar down there. Like, I mean, I guess not a cellar. It's not in the cellar, but like other places would call it a cellar. Lots of wine. Good selection.
Oh, yeah.
I think this one was like 50 gold worth, but tasted damn good.
It normally does. You might want to watch it, though. If you drink too much, Dr. M may turn you into a rat or something.
Oh. Is he some sort of wizard?
Don't know. He created me. So, there you go.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say created me. I was like you, but not in prison. So he saved me from that life, and now I'm here.
Okay. So what are we doing? What's the training?
We are going to work on locks
All right. That I can work on.
while I'm being shot at.
Uh-huh. Serene's
Yeah.
like, wait, do I need to be
No,
shot at?
You're on the first level, so we're just going to work on locks with you.
Oh,
But Skippy's already had training, some training, not a lot, but
all right. So, Skippy, how do I not get shot at? Like, do I have to take a long time, or I can't follow this one at all? Yeah, just try to, I don't know, stay out of her way.
First, we can't start anything without a proper breakfast. I smell Smothers cooked wonderful, wonderful breakfast. So let's all get breakfast first.
Breakfast sounds great. Coffee sounds amazing.
As Flit rolls out of her hammock and tumbles down to the ground, catching herself about, in various poses.
As soon as I hear Flit's feet hit the ground, I go. She's up. I immediately grab another little plate and I start.
God, poor Flit.
And I grab myself another cup of coffee. Now I have two mugs in one hand, and I go sit down at a table. And Alani curls up in my lap.
So is the food being served in the main dining hall, or is it served in the waiting room?
He's just been setting things up in the waiting room, because unless otherwise stated, both Dr. M and you have always kind of gravitated that direction.
Okay. So I take Serene and Skippy down the hallway to the waiting room. Fling open the door. Good morning, people!
I know it.
I brought Skippy with me and Serene. They're going to do lock-picking training today, and Skippy is going to learn while getting shot at, and Serene is just going to learn lockpicks. Anybody want to join?
No thanks.
No,
I already
thank
know how
you.
to do that.
No. I put my coin purse from my belt pouch up to like a little pocket near my chest, and I button up my jacket again. I was like, "Oh goodness, Flint! I don't know why you hired a common criminal. No offense.
I didn't hire him. I broke him out of jail.
That's even worse."
Yeah, what she said. But yeah, I don't know why either.
He needed help, so I saved him. Just like Serene needed help, and she needed to be saved too.
Are you sure you're not torturing him instead of saving him?
I think it's a fine line at this point. But yeah. It's better than prison. I'll give her that. Although, I'll see how much better, because my head's killing me. I think I drank too much of his wine.
Well, there's a lot of food here.
There's magical wake me ups on the other side over there, on the drink table.
Okay.
I never take them because Dr. M says I already have too much sugar as it is. So.
No. You?
I know, right?
Silly man. He'll kind of scramble over and start chomping down on food, pouring himself coffee. Serene comes over and looks it all over wide-eyed, and she'll pour herself some coffee and pour in some cream and sugar and kind of stare at the food, unsure of where to start. Then eventually she'll start grabbing eggs and some bacon or some of the ham. And I kind of walk out, and she takes it out onto the balcony area, that landing area, and kind of sit out there and start eating it outside.
I do my usual routine. Just grab just any and everything. Pocket about a third of it. Oh, and get a special cup for Cheeky. And start feeding him. food.
Okay. Cheeky starts chomping down eagerly. The little flying cat takes off out of the room and starts searching through the area, searching for Zero. What would Zero be up to? Assuming.
He would be come down with like a plate that's already dirty. That he's already eaten. He's already come down and gotten the food, and he's coming back down, having already eaten.
So as you're heading back down, you spot the flying cat, Alani, who comes over, kind of like nuzzles against you, and then flies ahead of you, leading the way towards the kind of lounge room that is generally used as the common area.
They would come down together.
Good morrow.
As Flit looks over with the mouthful of food. Oh! As food missiles come flying as she's waving at him.
Hello. Good morning, is it?
As Flit finishes her last set. Yes, it's morning time. Oh, I got something cool to show you. And she runs down and puts Chi in front of Zero's face.
He looks at it first to see if it's sticky before he pets it.
So there's a little bit of just residual stickiness on it from Flit touching it, but there you can find enough spots of open fur that has not yet been smattered with her stickiness this morning.
He scratches it behind the ear.
This is Chi.
A little.
This one. It is cute.
I created it.
You did this.
Yep. Because Percival had a kitty, Carboni has his doggy thingy, and Azio or however you say his name, has the hippogriff, and I wanted a pet, and Sal said you need a pet too, so we need to find you a pet.
Oh, yes. A full house. A petting zoo. We're in business.
What would you want? Because I've got to go shopping with Serene later. Oh, and I also bought Serene too.
As you say, what would he want? Parzival turns into a panther, and walks up to behind Zero and purrs up against him.
Oh. That's more my style.
Awesome. I'll have to look for one. Oh, you want to participate too?
No, I'm not for sale. I'm sorry.
No. I'm training today, Skippy and Serene, and I figured I'd train Skippy to pick locks while getting shot at, and Serene just lock picking. So I need somebody to shoot at Skippy.
I can shoot.
Okay. Don't kill him or anything, please.
Yeah, not actually hit, please. That would be great.
Well, that's different. It's a challenge then.
Yes. That's what I thought.
Well, it's training for me then too as well.
Awesome. We can do it in the backyard. There's lots of trees and cliffs and waterfally stuffs. I figured that, we could because we always do all kinds of stuff while getting shot at. So why not train them on the same level?
Yes. Maybe a spell or two. Yeah.
A spell. Oh my god, I never thought about that. Okay.
Make sure you don't kill anybody.
Oh no, no one dies.
Zero, stop giving her ideas.
Ah. But that's what I'm here for. The brains of the operation, remember?
Well, that wasn't very smart.
I guess it's a matter of perspective.
Breakfast first, then training.
Parzival already finished eating, so he in the panther form, him and Alani are gonna head out to the front. They're gonna go outside already. They're gonna go hang out, prowl around, go mess around near the tree and the rivers.
The felines and I will get to work.
So given that this is like a penthouse sort of area, there's like a another balcony on the other side of the building that is set up. It's large, decent size, that has like a grassy area with some trees, a flowing waterfall that flows from within the, like, basically from the house area out and then falls out down into like the street area, although there's like a fountain apparently that's below at the bottom, so it kind of falls this great distance into this fountain and splatters down there. But there's a decent amount of greenery area that's kind of what he considers to be the backyard kind of area on the opposite side of the building of the as this landing kind of pad section is. Anything else that anyone else in particular is looking at working on right now? Okay.
I think Elsie would go to Sal. And he would be what are the plans? What are we gonna do about this job?
I have to collect some information, and then we have to probably track down the dragon or something. Give me some time. I'm gonna go take a look, get some more information. I'll get back to you. Feel free to stay here, and I'll.
Anything I can help with?
I don't know, not yet. I'll let you know. And I'll Zero went outside, right?
Yeah, I think he is currently helping out with Flit's training exercise.
Oh, then I guess I say, you know what? Maybe you should go watch the training, and I'll let you know. You know what? But I actually get out. So you know what? Keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't get. Flit doesn't hurt them. And I'll go outside and watch this too.
All right. So, what is the planning? Like, what is the designs? I know Sal is looking for his contact. Right? You're planning on going to see Ongrest.
Yeah, I think Zero, you were joining me with that, or you're not?
I was going to try to, but
I mean, you guys are
distracted, keeping. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you guys are open to do whatever. You don't have to go right now. You can take your time. just to lay out some of the things you guys are currently working on, is Sagrada got away. You guys dealt with the dragon, so I don't know if you have anything you're going to work on with her. The dragon got away with some sort of artifact that had to do with crystals. And Sal's current lead on that is a man who, in his guild, who worked a lot with crystals and everything. I think in general, those are the loose ends that we're at right now.
I think it or like actually like hired to deal with the dragon, whereas Cigarette is more just like a personal revenge at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you guys are
technically,
paid.
yeah.
We're paid by the group. Granted, it was like they paid you 5,000 for what you did, and offered 5,000 more for bringing back proof that you've dealt with the dragon. So it is definitely on the boards, but by no means feel that you guys are hamstringed into doing any one thing.
And I figured we don't officially have to role play out the training part
Yeah.
if you don't want to. So, I mean, you can just roll some dice or whatever. So,
You and I can work on what happens with Skippy and Serene.
yeah, that
Off.
totally works.
Yeah.
I shot them both dead. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Although Zero probably would. Like, the minute Flit turns his back, he's like, oh, you're a criminal. But, yeah. All right.
You said that they had a big library here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Flit had mentioned it the day before that she was going to go do some research on the dragon and such. So she had gone up to the library with Serene the day before.
I was wondering if Elsie could go up there, and he wants to find books that are like draconic, and also anything that talks about where like green dragons would live. Because the thing is, this huge dragon got hurt and it disappeared. So he would imagine it would be like in a swamp or like a mountain somewhere near here, but he's trying to get like a better feeling before anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you're more than welcome to go. And you can make a roll. Either you can do a history or nature. Whichever you think Elsie may be more apt to know. Maybe investigation I'll even give you as you're looking for specific information within the books.
What was the first one you said? I didn't hear you.
History, I said history, nature, and investigation are three things that I would kind of, so far without more argument, accept as ways of knowing what you're going after.
Okay, I did investigation and I got a 17.
Okay, yeah, you would know that they do enjoy more of like the natural environment. Tends to be swamps. Sometimes I think they'll settle for like deep murky rivers or ponds or whatever to kind of like areas to be around. To the best of your knowledge, most of Artigiani has been taken over by tech, by buildings, by cities. There's not like large swampy areas, and most of the nearby islands tend to be similar. So there's not like a direct like, oh, this is an obvious place where a green dragon would make their lair. However, you know it's an adult green dragon, and dragons do pick up tricks, and you read that sometimes they will take other forms, or depending on their designs, they may find other locales. You find other dragons or mentions of other dragons in current age that make homes within the islands, like underbellies where they find a cave on the bottom of some nearby island that is open and not overly inhabited to the point where they would be bothered by the people above. Not many that are. There's none that you've seen that are charted in the local Artigiani Islands, though.
I gotcha. I think with that information, he whenever he gets a chance, he might go to town and try to buy some like local maps, so that way he can check out like the islands nearby, like see which ones are like inhabited and the ones that are not.
Okay.
Actually, you just reminded me of something, Jose. I actually come to find you. Are you still around, or will he still be around before he leaves?
Yeah, he's probably gonna be around for a while before he leaves.
It would take him a little
Say-
while to do the research, anyways.
Are you up for a little side thing? I just have to escort guild leader Tommaso back to his guild, make sure it's secure, and I'm gonna take a look at some of their. They might have some interesting stuff for sale if you're looking for anything. I can get you inside to their stores, maybe get you a discount. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. Better than being here. We might get killed by that little one.
Where
She is dangerous.
where would you have tracked him down? Where you go to the library and find him there? Where you wait and find him back at the main hall? Where are you thinking?
Since I didn't know, I would have gone wandering about, starting with the main area, where I let. Well, that's where I was in the main area. Was going to head to the training, but then I changed my mind because I think I knew. So I think I did. You say you were going to research in the library? No, you didn't say anything, did you? So
No, but he probably would have came back to the dining area to get some food.
Okay. So
that's
you,
probably what. Yeah, we probably ran in. I was coming back and stuff. So. And then that's when I was going to head off myself, and then he came in and I offered him he wanted to come and help me escort. I'm supposed to do that first thing, but so
as you guys are kind of hanging out in that main area, and whoever else is in there at the moment, Smothers comes in dressed in his tuxedo, ready, and walks in and says, yes, Dr. M has informed me that he will be away on some business for a little bit of time. He offers you his hospitality here as long as you need it. I shall be here for another day, then I will be leaving to join him.
all right. Thank you.
If there's anything you need, just let me know. I'm going to be busy gathering up some of the items that I must pack for our journey.
That's fine as long as you let Flit know.
Thank you.
If you let Flit know, then she'll let everyone else know.
Of course, I will find Mistress Flit.
Sal, it's a little laugh when he hears that.
And he'll turn and kind of head off. After a couple more minutes pass, Flit, you see Smothers come outside and stand there watching as you are instructing these two on what they're doing, with Zero off to the side with his bow out, and his eyes are kind of wide as he watches, very curious as to what the heck you guys are doing.
No, dodge that. Get down. You got. He's going to hit you in your eyeball. Stop it.
I'm trying. It's not easy to pick a lock to start with, let alone when that thing is shooting arrows at your head.
Imagine fireballs.
No, thank you.
It hurts. Trust me. That's what hit me several times when trying to break you out of where you were.
Okay, just remind me that
When
I
it
have-
passed,
Huh?
an arrow goes past.
I look over. What, Smothers?
Oh yes, Mistress Flit. Master Sal asked me to come and let you know that Dr. M will be away for a little while, and I will be leaving tomorrow or so to meet up with him. I wanted to offer the location on behalf of Dr. M, of course, at your disposal. However, after today, you will have to man the cleaning and the cooking and everything yourselves.
So the staff's going with you?
Yes. In fact, we are going to be meeting up. Dr. M needs some help with some of his work elsewhere, and this place will be locked down unless you need it.
I might need it.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Dr. M did instruct me to offer the location for you as long as you like, and when you're done with it, that is fine. We will lock it up after you leave.
But you're leaving.
Yes.
So how are you going to lock it up when I'm still here?
We have our ways.
Okay. Do I need to let him know when I'm leaving?
I believe you have a manner to do such, do you not?
I do.
Then do so.
Okay.
Very well. Anything you need at the moment, ma'am.
Butter. Lots of butter.
Butter. I will gather some in the stores. I believe we have at least a pound or two left.
Yep, that'll work.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. And she puts her hands together and does this. And looks down at Skippy.
All right. Sal and Alcy, I think you're heading out. Is that true, or is it you and Zero? No, Zero is shooting.
Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna go. Once I collect my things, I'm gonna head over to the training area to let them know what we're doing.
Okay.
So when I walk in, I said, "Okay, I'm gonna escort. We're gonna go escort Tommaso back to the guild hall, make sure it's safe for him, and then Elsie, you might accompany me on a little task, unless someone else wants to join us. Zero, did you want to, or?
I believe I need to see Tommaso back to the guild. Indeed.
And then we can get on through that to another task after that.
We can take a break.
Very well. It
They're
has been
worn
very
out
much
anyway.
fun, though.
Y'all did good. Group clap.
Yeah,
Zero does a golf clap.
break sounds good. Come straight, I'll show you where the wine is.
Yeah, maybe you two go rest. We'll be back later.
All right. Well, that was interesting. Thanks for the info, Flit. Look forward to learning more.
Yep. Lots more.
Okay. Yeah, careful. But the wine's good.
I have a lot of arrows.
Oh, yeah, you could leave those behind next time. I'm okay with that one. Skippy says as he grabs Serene and starts pulling her away before Flit can think of anything else for them to do. All right. So you guys find yourselves alone?
As we do, I look around and I get giddy. and look at the group and say, Dr. M's leaving. You know what that means, right?
I'm scared to ask.
House party!
All right. We'll think about it later. We got things to take care of. Remember, we got missions to do.
Oh, yeah, those things.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Okay. Let's
Hunting
go.
dragons.
Yeah. Let's first go drop off Tommaso. Then we'll, if everything's fine there, we'll talk some more over there about the next step.
Okay.
It seems like he's trying to do his best to hint. It's he's not saying much here, as he's not very good at being deceptive in that sense. Yeah. So we won't talk here. We'll talk there later.
Huh?
All right. Perfect. So who all is going? Is everyone going?
Yes.
Sounds great. The whole party goes somewhere together.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to help out.
It's been a hot minute. All right, so you guys gather up. You are able to hail a lift. I'm assuming that's how you decide to go. Alcy, are you riding in the boat? They have like little flying boats to go around, or are you taking your hippogriff?
No, I'll go with them, but I'll put Flint on the hippogriff so that way I don't have to hear her.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Do I need to make a roll?
No, it is a magical steed.
No, it's just
anyways,
following us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it to do tricks.
It does not respond to any of your commands. It is very well trained, and/or it's mystical beast, anyways. So, but you guys all have a very nice and quiet lift ride, unless you had any designs on speaking or
Quiet? Wait, quiet. How is that possible?
I know.
Oh, foot's on the hippogriff.
Yeah. I mean, you hear kind of in the distance in the wind little yips and squeals and her chatting to the hippogriff, but nothing directly to you guys or close enough that it really bothers.
I am thoroughly enraptured by the hippogriff. Yeah,
we'd probably hear, do a barrel roll, do a flip.
and if you look behind, she's literally standing up in the saddle with the reins and trying to get her.
I think that every time Sal would tell it to do something, I would mentally tell the bird to do it.
And then you would hear,
Okay.
"Whee!
Flit, not
I did it! I did it!
Sal was just
Look at me!
mentioning.
Look at me!"
Yeah, Sal was just mentioning things that Flit would be asking it to do. But yeah, it's perfectly fine if you have your hippogriff do tricks for her on the way. Anything you four would like to discuss without Flit?
Not. Okay, I'm actually going to say a few things. Oh, okay. Zero. I think. Oh, sorry. The charcoal earth genasi I look at, because that's what Zero looks like now. I turn around. Oh, right. I figured. Okay, we drop off Tommaso. Make sure everything is safe there for him to resume control. And if it's okay with him, maybe purchase some supplies there. If there's any interesting little inventions that they made, it doesn't hurt to give some money to the guild. They always use replenish their stores a bit. I don't know what condition they're left in. And then we can head. Zero and I have a little task. We're gonna go visit another guild for some information. Hopefully, they can help us to locate the. Eventually, lead us to the Green Dragon. And there's information that points out that Dr. M might be involved. That's why we're not saying anything to Flit yet. Until we have some more information, and because I don't know if my history with Flit supersedes her history with Dr. M. I don't know who she would side with unless we have more information. I don't know if she would betray us, but it's hard to say. So, yeah, appreciate it if you didn't tell her anything. That's why I ignore her. It's easier than lying. Zero, is there anything you wanted to add?
This is the information that I have. My closest suspect, as it was. So, this is what we have. This is our lead. It could be false. So, just keep an open mind to it.
Anyone else have anything to add? Questions?
I don't know who this Mr. M is, so I don't really care.
All right then.
All right. You guys eventually arrive at the Artificer Guild. The lift drops you off just outside the gates, and the nearest guard will step forward and, recognizing Tommaso, come rushing over. Oh, sir, yes, come in. Where? I didn't see you leave. What's going on? Oh, don't worry about that, son. We're heading in. If you know where Ongrast is, can you have him come by my office? And he will kind of lead you guys towards the main guild hall, unless you had something else you were looking for to do.
I keep my face covered in case anyone would recognize me, since technically I shouldn't be here. The rest of them, they're guests of Tommaso, but it's best if I'll keep my head down.
Okay. Sounds good. So he'll lead you in. No one really pays too close of attention to you at the moment. They see Tommaso, and they pretty much they realize that he's the guild master, so whatever he's doing is his thing and not really any of their business right now. So it's kind of up to you guys from there, but he'll lead you up into his building, the 5th floor, where his study is, which is still kind of a little disheveled now from your guys' flight from the location. There's a few people out there, like, out front cleaning up, and kind of like they look strangely at everyone, but they ignore things with Tommaso there, obviously holding their questions for some other time. All right, now what shall we be doing? What can I do other than gather Angras, which someone should be bringing him up. What can we do for you, Sal?
Is that, so that's the guild member of the air, the sky, right?
So Angras is a member of the Artificer Guild that is working with the Skyrights on crystal tech and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. Because sometimes guild members will study with a different group to learn. It's like an exchange student program.
Yeah, I mean, especially your guild, since you deal with the technology and the application of science with magical uses, as artificers are. You will kind of go. I mean, other guilds do it too. The Mystico Guild, the mages will do it a lot too because there's the straight magical application of things. So, even though there's been conflict, there's still been certain people who have been working with others. Granted, a lot of that was pulled back a bit more. So,
Yeah, I've probably studied under a few more of the mundane craftsman guilds as well too, because like for example, like a smith guild would have been very good for me to learn to create things like carbone.
yeah. Yeah, pretty standard for you guys to shift around, and other guilds will do it too as long as they're on good standing, and definitely in a place now. As I mean, it was just yesterday, so they're not necessarily still out, but they're starting to, things are starting to settle. And Tommaso will.
Yeah, it helps to keep the alliances going by sending, well, yeah, you study over there, share some information, someone can come here, and it helps out a lot. It helps to keep the peace. So
Yeah, it's part like diplomat, part mutual beneficial study. Probably takes about 15 minutes or so, and then a knock comes at the door. And in walks a orc, about 7 feet tall, big belly, robes that like are stretched around the belly, but then like loose everywhere else. And he's got like a pair of spectacles on, and he walks in. Somebody asked for me. Tommaso, what's going on here? And you would recognize Angrast from the few times you may have run into him around the guild. He'll look over. Sal Nitro, is that you? I didn't know you were back.
Officially, I am not.
Oh. Well, welcome back, I guess. What's going on?
Well, we could use some information, see if you know. We're looking for some information on crystals. Obviously, the one's magical in nature. You could help us out.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I study. Is there something in particular you're looking to know?
So we give him some. Actually, I pass it on to Zero. 'Cause Zero's better. Because with my, I'm not good at reading people, and I'm a little too close to. And I know that I can't. There's a lot of people we probably can't trust here, so I pass it on to Zero to do to talk about it. I figure he's a little better at reading people than I am.
I can attempt to see.
And I mean, it's up to you guys. Like, anyone can jump in or do whatever. But there's this, like, big orc standing there kind of looking at you guys. What's going on?
Looking for a bit of information. Maybe pertaining to something you might know.
Information's what we do here. So, what type of information?
There was a device that was seized by a dragon of the green variety, and the device seems to harness souls. It's a crystal type device, and we are wondering who would maybe want to acquire such a thing.
Oh, I mean, any sort of thing would be valuable to almost any country. Crystals are a big part of our naval power for everyone, even us. We've been trying to figure out ways to do without it, as they're quite costly. But all the mechanical variations don't seem to handle things quite as well as the crystal versions. Are you? Is it like a country that you're looking for, or an individual?
Yes, you see, someone had to have maybe sent a dragon to do so.
Oh,
So maybe someone with the possibility of doing this.
oh, I don't know anyone specifically who has dragon ties. There's been, of course, as every now and then, there's a couple people who ask about crystals and different artifacts and stuff. There's a lot I can't say because most of that technology they want, it's kind of secretive. The Mysticos for sure wouldn't share a lot about it. Let's see. What are we looking? Most recently, I've gotten inquiries from a couple countries, one or two individuals. Couple emissaries.
Yes, any leads that you could give us, we could definitely compensate you for your time.
Oh, it's okay. I work for the guild. If Tommaso thinks you guys need to know this stuff, and he kind of glances over at Tommaso, and Tommaso will nod back at him. He says, I'll share what I do know. So there was a member of the Golden Order from Leoth came asking about, various crystals, things like that. There was someone from Desland looking for similar information. They were trying to beef up their naval power faster. I think they were nearing a war possibility with Valermont, and they wanted some way to bypass the crystals, not have to use them in their warships. Locally, let's see, some doctor was looking at him. He was a little weird, but yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see, who was he? I had, of course, I always get Mysticos questioning me about what I know about it. And there was some Dr. Melvosin who came, wanted an audience with me. Didn't quite get around to seeing him, though.
When he says that name, I look over at Flit to see if there's any recognition in her eyes at that name.
True question is Flit even paying attention to this conversation?
That is a good question. So, what would Flit do? What role, or would you just decide?
Now we're gonna make it roll.
What role do you think? Probably a perception, or
Yeah, let's do perception. So perception is I got a +5. So
she might be the type though too that just goes and still absorbs. Like,
yeah,
you know,
that's true. Absolutely. Well, we'll see. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 plus 5, so 21.
21. So,
So-
I think she would have heard it. Dr. Melvosin.
But
Would Flit know Dr. M's full name?
yeah, that's another question. Would Dr. M?
I think so. Like, I think
Okay.
Dr. M's more what she calls him, and he's
Yeah.
fine with it. But,
Okay.
and he uses it out there too. But yeah, this is the Artificer Guild, and they're a little more formal.
Yeah, spell that officially.
Let me copy it. Doctor.
Because also probably why she doesn't have it, because it's hard to spell. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. As she's basically looking out, is there a window, whatnot?
Yeah, there's a large circular window that takes up like one whole wall of this study area.
Yeah, as they're going blah blah blah, on and on. Flit's kind of doing that, holding up the glass, got the pity me look, why aren't you open kind of concept and looking down at the hippogriff. And then as soon as his name pops up, she pops up and says, Dr. M, what about Dr. M?
Oh, you know him?
Yep.
He asked me if I could talk
He's
to him
basically
about.
like my father, I guess you would call it.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you guys ask him? He came to me or sent me a message. I suppose I didn't actually have time to see him. He wanted to know some information about crystals. Said,
He asked about a whole bunch of stuff and looks up a whole bunch of stuff. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, I mean,
So whatever he wants, just go ahead and tell them.
yeah. I mean, he didn't give me the specifics. He asked for a meeting. I was trying to figure out a time to meet, but then with all the conflict stuff, I was kind of told not to go meet other people for a while and work on my work and be quiet. I think that's what she said. No, shut up, you fat orc, and sit in your office and stop bothering me, was more what she said. I don't.
Segreta said that?
Yeah, I don't know why, Tommaso. Why'd you put her as your voice, your second, while you were working on your work? I don't know, but yeah.
You don't look fat.
I mean, I sit a lot, I study a lot, and I like to eat. But I probably could lose a few pounds. That's all right.
I have an idea.
What?
I'm putting together something.
Oh no. I got lots of work to do around here.
I saw Flit. He's still in school. I'll just say that.
Oh.
You should wait for him to graduate. Actually, yeah. We'll come by later after he graduates, and you can offer him a job.
Oh, okay. It's a really cool job.
Okay, yeah.
Do you like airships?
I mean, I work with the Sky Rats, yeah, but that's my area of study.
Okay. What's your name?
I realize I didn't stop him in time from saying that.
I'm Ongrest.
Ongress?
Ongrest.
Ongrass.
Sure. Yeah, that's close enough.
Hi, I'm Flit. And she holds out her hand.
Oh, hey, Flit. And he takes your hand, and like, it's a nice strong grip to him. Shakes it vigorously, then. What's with that gooey stuff?
I don't know. People keep on telling me that, and I don't understand. But anywho, yeah. After you graduate, come look me up. Sal knows where I'm at, and we'll get you on an airship because I am going to be an airship pirate. captain, something of that. Queen, I don't know. Head of an airship. That's what I'm going to be.
Is this one for real? Man. Okay, sure. Yeah. Why not?
Already have a pilot. I just need somebody else. And if you're studying stuff like that, you could be, my navigator maybe. Or onboard librarian.
I'm not a great traveler. Just saying. But we'll see. You never know. I like to keep my.
I'm also
options
starting something secretive too under the table. So
forget about it. No, secretive.
Okay, Flick. We have more pressing concerns. When we're ready, we'll come back and talk to him.
Okay, what are we doing?
Is that it, or you guys got more questions for me?
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color. I like red a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. All right then. I guess I go now. Tommaso, we good? We done? Yeah, you can go. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ongrest. It's very kind of you to take time out of your day. And my accents blurred together there.
We all have the Italian accent we're supposed to.
Yeah, forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean over to Sal. Is he a bit slow?
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Anything you have planned? What are we thinking of doing here?
I thought y'all mentioned about buying magic items.
Tomas, I was wondering if Guild had any items for sale. We could pay for it, obviously.
Well, what is it you're looking to buy, son?
Anyone looking for something in particular? Can't get better craftsmanship than the Artificers Guild.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I would like to see if they have any armor. Obviously, I'm not going to wear any metal, but it has to be something.
Oh yes. I mean, we tend to be more the crazy arcane mystical combination stuff. But if you would like some armor, I know some good people. Is there something in particular you're looking for?
Just something better than I have on now, and I kind of just point at my hide armor.
Oh dear. Yes. That is pretty lackluster. I think we can get you set up. I noticed that the four of you have the grappling bracers. Does the other one, the one in heavy armor, need something of the like?
We haven't. Yeah, it's possible. We were. If the. I'm not gonna lie. He's like doesn't know what to say in this situation.
That would be nice.
If you're going to be traveling off island much, it's pretty standard issue. It's not too bad. A couple hundred gold usually can get you the enchantment done.
Do you by any chance have by any chance do you have like boots or anything that you can walk on walls with?
Oh, spider climbing shoes. Yeah, we could round up some.
You could be like me, and I just walk up the wall.
Yes. So we've got armor, we've got spider climbing boots, an extra pair of grappling braces. Anything
Dagger
else?
returning.
Dagger of returning. Okay.
Throw it, and it stabs somebody to death, and then it returns to your hand.
Okay. I can. I'm not sure, but I think we could manage. It might take me a day or two to get that sort of item. It's not a standard Artificer Guild thing. We tend to. I mean, the few of us, like Sal, focus on shooting and hurting and stuff, but many of us are just simple craftsmen looking to create things.
Like what?
Oh, I've been working on this orb that I've been carrying around. It's a pretty nifty little object that are useful in such that they create an image that you're able to kind of manipulate and use as a distraction or entertainment device.
It sounds like something that we can use on Flit or to amuse herself.
Yes, well, it's only good about once a day for a short period of time, but it can create an image that you may, have, walk around or whatever. Maybe you guys could use such a thing.
Sounds cool.
Oh, I was probably looking to see if I haven't had time to make one. See if anyone had a scope or something for the musket. Even if it's just close enough, I can get it to fit. And I pull up. Well, he's probably seen it now, but I pull it out so he gets a closer look. It's probably a lot different than when he first originally saw. There's a lot of add-ons and stuff that I've modified it a few times.
Wow.
He is the one who gave it to me. So.
It's come a long way.
Yeah, it's a lot better now that it doesn't use actual ammo.